wow. It's a hatch. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. Oh, are you kidding? Oh yes, that's what it's all about. We doing a lot of research, traveling, going out and finding incredible history to share with you. Today it's going to be the second part of a epic Luftwaffe Ju-88 crash site that me and Eagle Eyes, my son, just discovered. If you haven't already, I would strongly suggest that you will go in under the video here and you click on show more, and there will be a link to part 1 here first. Just click that and then go back to the second part that you're watching right now, because if you don't do that you will miss the context and you're kind of just being lost there. So do that for us and for yourself and you'll understand quite a lot more of what's going on. But as you saw in first part, me and Eagle Eyes, we were handed a little handwritten kind of paper photo thing from an elderly gentleman. It was a map of a huge wooden area, and he said, oh, just made a little drawing there of 1 square kilometer about, and he said if you go there you might find something interesting of a crash site of a old Luftwaffe aircraft. And I said, well, what? This is like 10 square kilometers and it's like just about there. How the heck do we find that? Well, check out part 1, you can see how we did that. Anyways, we went up to that hillside and we actually started all the way down in the valley, and something really cool started to happen in the end there. And then it's absolutely amazing. What did we find? We found this piece here. And what was that all about? Well, first I thought, how the heck am I going to figure out what this thing here is? Well, guess what, my friends? Through our contacts, we have done just that. That is actually a Junker JU wing gas tank support. Yeah. It is actually right there, and that's the piece. And holy cow, I was so glad when one of my friends, who's a Luftwaffe expert, sent me that. He said, you just found that. And the part number down here confirms it. And I was like, holy Madonna. How can you be so lucky to find a piece like that, which is actually right there? This is a piece, as I said, from the wing gas tank supports. It was attached in here. And that is just the first clue of this epic journey that me and Eagle Eyes now want to share with you. This is, by the way, a 1974 not built model that I have for a very long time. It's never been kind of built. It's still in there. Maybe now it's appropriate for me to start building that. But nevertheless, we're going to show you more. There will be like 4 or 5 episodes of this coming in the future. So are you ready? Let's go out and see how it continues, and I can't wait to share our discoveries with you. So please give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit the comments. It helps us out a lot. And if you want to check out the Patreon, PayPal supporter links in the video description, do that. Let's go out now. Alright, there's a lot of freaking strange flies here going around, so we're not sure what they are. Alright, this is the tools for the day. Couple of shovels. We have the Makro Multi-Cruiser, fantastic machine. I'm very happy with that. We have a pinpointer. Maybe you can show us, Eagle Eyes, how it works. Basically, you're going to find metal pieces with that. Yeah, and we are ready. Are you ready, Eagle Eyes? Maybe all of them behind the screens are ready. Say yay, yay. Okay, yay. Off we go. Wow, interesting. Very first signal. Can we be so lucky? Because this is like 500 meters away from where we were the first time. And we are basically just hoping, please don't let it be any trash here, hoping that we can follow and create, maybe we can create a little path. Take the, we're trying to create which kind of path?
Found it.
Is it there? Careful, careful. There? No? We're trying to establish the path of the flight, where it came in. And could we really be so lucky that we're fine? Oh, wait, don't scrape it, don't scrape it. There's something here. Something here. There is definitely, is that aluminum? Can I use that?
Use this and then you kill it.
No, it's too big, it's too big. I do think I see. Is
I
it?
can see it.
Yes! That, ladies and gentlemen, is the proof that we are on the right track. What we're trying to do is to establish... We're trying to establish the direction of which direction the aircraft came in from, and we can follow the debris of path. So now we are like several hundred meters from the first spot, so we're going to continue a couple of hundred meters further up, and then if there's something there, we can make some lines in the terrain and figure out which way it came in, and then we can find the debris kind of pattern. Very nice, young man. You know, you may wonder, are there huge, larger parts here? Actually, could be. I haven't got a clue, to be honest. But very often, the Germans did go and rescue the crews if they could find the aircraft. If it's not a blizzard, like 3 meters of snow and all that, they would get there eventually. But very often also, the locals would get there before the Germans. And then they would raid the stuff and get whatever they could. And then the Germans would come up trying to figure out what happened. And then there you go. And then very often after the war, a lot of the aluminum and metals were salvaged by locals, even the Germans, but they were normally just kind of interested in getting the crew, maybe getting some stuff that they knew was in the aircraft, whatever, secret stuff. And after that, it was kind of just left there. And then the scavenging began. And that's basically what will probably prevent the huge pieces from being here. But I don't know, as I said, this area is very big, so there could very well be some larger pieces around here. You guys got something here.
Here?
Just work a little bit with it and you can get it up. That doesn't look...
Dude!
Oh, wow! Oh, it's a hatch! Holy cow! It's freaking a complete hatch. Are there writing on top there? Is it writing?
I can't see.
Is it?
I thought it was a food.
Oh my goodness, no, it's not a food container. This is a beautiful, beautiful. This is like, I'm not sure whether it's a filler cap or what it is, but there's a mechanism on the inside. Wait a minute, test the pinpointer down there. Holy cow, that is beautiful.
Nothing.
Absolutely beautiful. Going to do my very best to let you in to see some of the details, what they're for, and if we can figure out where they were on the aircraft. This is a little hatch that can be opened and closed by putting a screwdriver here. And if you look very closely there, you can see it says Auf und Zu, means open and close. And basically what it did, we can actually also find out where it was. You see these typical openings? Well, these openings were very often covered by one of these. So this is a section of the wing, and you can see that they are at many places available as access slots for something, for maybe adjusting details, I'm not sure. But specifically, this thing here, we're going to try and make a little restoration project out of it. And in the end, it will come out really, really nice. It still has some of the colors there, even though it's been burnt. And wow, just absolutely amazing to think that once upon a time, this one was last touched by either one of the German crew members there or the crew serving the aircrafts, and it's been hiding there for such a long time in the ground, and now it's right here in our hand, and I'm so glad I can share that with you. So I'm going to do my very best to figure out details as we come along, but this first one, absolutely fantastic. Let's go out there and continue this little hunt. Oh, Eli, he said, huge parts, Daddy. I'm gonna go down there afterwards. What the heck has he found now? That's the way it does. He can walk around and find huge pieces, and I won't even see them. What is that? That looks like lead. Maybe that's lead from the batteries. I think it could be. That's molten lead, maybe from the batteries. Very soft. I guess go down and see what he found. Wow, that is typical eagle eyes. Look at that. Wow. That must have been blown. It's probably blowing around in the mountainside here. Let me see. Wow. Yeah, 100% sure. The German Luftwaffe aircraft was right here. Look at that. Holy cow. That is the best proof you could ever have that something came down right here. Very, very good, Eagle Eyes. I'm so proud of you. One of the most exciting things by going to the Luftwaffe crash site is that you absolutely never know what you're going to find. And you can be a kilometer or two away from the crash site yourself, and boom, things can show up or turn up. So it's just a matter of being patient, endure thousands of mosquito bites, ticks, all kinds of crap, get to the hospital, get well, and go out again. Well, that's the first piece. Show them, Eagle Eyes, what you found. He found an astonishing, never fired round from the MG15 on board. And let me see, see that? It's been dented by the crash. Wow. Can you see if you can see the date on the back there?
You mean food date?
No, the date on the back.
I can't see it.
You can't see it?
Oh, wait a second.
Wow. Are there more? No. But what about that?
1942.
1942?
Yeah, bye.
So this cartridge was supposed to be fired upon the Allied, most likely the British. Wow, that is
1942.
astonishing. What a true proof of what happened here.
1940.
Wow. And again, a very little interesting object here. We cleaned it up a little bit because he got some dents, very authentic to what happened up there. As far as we can see, I think it says P1 51 1934 actually, but I could be wrong because it's very faint. But nevertheless, this was in the damage when the aircraft came down. And the Ju-88, this is just a little model of it. Let me see if I can find a little thing to poke with here. The armament on board was one 792 MG machine gun on a flexible mount here, and there were one 792 MG 181 on first this one here, and then you have this one there, and then there were two MG81J on flexible mounts on the rear of the canopy carpet right there, and then there was one twin machine gun flexible mount MG81 set on the further lower part here, and they would maybe look something like that as a single barrel, and then maybe something like this here. And it fired the 792mm by 57 Mauser rounds, 14 to 1600 rounds per minute, and about 790 meters per second. And wow, that's a formidable power from all of these machine guns, the MG81 basically. So just shows you that that is just a tiny little detail from the aircraft, but it had a very important purpose to be able to attack and defend themselves against the enemy. And I'm so fascinated to see that little thing there, but that's just the beginning. You won't believe what we're going to find later, because these aircrafts actually had other machine guns on board as well, and you're going to see that. 85. I think we can say for sure that that is from the Ju-88, and I'm going to see if I can kind of bring it down there, and basically all the way up in the surface on the slope here, and there's a ton of, see if I can do that, there's a ton of roots and stuff here. Yeah, there's a part. You can actually see it right there. Let's see if I can get you in there. Oh yeah. Wow. I'm amazed. Nothing to see on the surface, but actually plenty of pieces just under the surface. Wow, just imagine. No one has seen these pieces since today, the second that this aircraft went down, and then it's been here. and it's going to be here all the time till it rots away, and we can't allow that. So, wow. And would you believe it? Another 100 meters away. Look at that. That's a clear 90. That is for sure the aluminum piece. Come on, Eagle Eyes. You are the assistant. Wow. Let's go from this side. Right down there.
What do you want to find?
I don't know. It's a very strong signal, so I can hear something here. There. It is there. That's a thin metal again. Wow.
Big.
Oh, yes.
Big friend.
Look at that.
That's a big friend.
That is a big friend.
Hi.
There's no colors on it, so it's definitely aircraft parts. And we are now starting to establish the flight pattern of the aircraft and where it hit first, and then the interesting process is going to start. Yes, that's exactly where it's starting. So far, we've just been doing random stuff. We're using a very special system that we call lining. And basically, if you kind of think about a crash site as a specific spot, well, that's one thing. But if you think about a crash site as a dynamic area that you actually don't know too much about before you've done some research. And what is the research? Well, it starts off by trying to find the debris field. And if the aircraft comes crashing, boom, straight down into the ground, well, the debris field will actually be here, but it could also be like 360 degrees around the aircraft. In this case, the aircraft came down on the top of the summit, I think with a little angle, and then maybe tumbled down. So basically, you have this major area of debris field that you could kind of say is in between these two lines here. But then you have to figure out how far away and how wide will the debris field be. So what we actually normally do is we start very, very far off from where the aircraft is, or maybe could have come down, and we just start randomly looking around with the pinpointer as you've seen in part 1. And why? Well, that's just, let's say we have a target here, we have nothing here, we have a couple here, something here and nothing here. In that way, we can start narrowing down how far away are the pieces and how narrow will the debris field become as we come closer and closer to the actual crash site. But I actually found pieces like 2-3 kilometers. So I actually found pieces 4,000 meters plus away from the actual crash site. But that could be reasons for people picking them up, taking them along, or maybe the Germans took them and wanted to rescue them, and then they suddenly just said, no, don't bother, leave them. It could be anything, but the main debris field will always be in the direction of what happened there, and that is what we're doing. We are using some lines in cotton thread, just dragging them around in the terrain, and then we start doing 1 square, 1 square, 1 square, and in that way we can kind of rule out where we have been, and also using GPS coordinates to figure out on the map where we have actually been. So it's a lot of back and forth, up and down, up and down. It's a lot of work. But in the end, you will figure out a way to get closer and closer to where the actual crash site is. One thing is that there's like a huge piece of aircraft laying around up there, and you can find a huge wing or engine or undercarriage, heavy duty things like that. But here, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing. So we had to start from scratch. And now the exciting part is that from this episode and onwards, there will be quite a lot of results just as we are getting more and more into the debris field, and we can't wait to share more of that with you. This is just the beginning. I can promise you there will be really more interesting stuff coming up. And DMG-81 round there was just absolutely amazing, but there were other weapons on the AJU-88, and we will prove that to you, and you'll see what more we can find there. This little hatch here from what seems to be the wing, what can I say? Absolutely incredible. And I hope you will enjoy join us on the next episode. I will try and put a link in the video description for that, so you can enjoy that. Other than that, it was incredible cool to have the opportunity to share this with you. If you're interested, you can give us a thumbs up, a like, a comment, do all of that good stuff. Hit the notification bell to be notified every time we release a new video. And also, massive thank you to our Patreon PayPal supporters. You are the guys and girls who make this come true. Without your incredible kind support, nothing of this would ever happen. And a lot of the new episodes coming in from the JU88 crash site, it's only thanks to the kind support that we get and enables us to go and see what you do. So check out the links in the video description for the Patreon PayPal thing, and also check out the giveaway videos or the supporter videos in the beginning of each month, and you can end up being actually the future owner of some of these, because we actually pass them on to our supporters. All right, can't wait to share more. So thank you for being here. Stay safe, keep smiling, and we'll see you later.